Well, happy Friday. Today is January 29th, 2021. It is Journal 406. It may be T+678. Then again, it may not. I think what I'd like to talk about today is our relationship with time. Particularly, since I'm the one who's recording this, my relationship with time, which has been contentious over the years. Certainly in the respect that, of the role that time has played in my life. I'm an automotive service professional. I came into that industry willingly, sort of unexpectedly, but willingly, and didn't have a problem with the fact that my whole life was governed, organized around the idea of time. Time in the automotive service industry is such a precious commodity and so important. It's cracked open into 6-minute tenths of an hour. And our relationship as automotive service professionals is determined by how well we utilize our time in certain ways, particularly with regard to technician efficiency, shop productivity, which ultimately leads us, to profitability. We hope. We hope. But I've been thinking a lot about that relationship, and I'm not sure that it's focused correctly. Not sure it's ever been focused correctly, quite honestly. It seems to me the most important element of a consideration of time is whether or not that time was utilized properly and ultimately resulted in accomplishing that which you set out to do. If it is, then we should certainly turn that model upside down and consider value creation and results the critical criterion and not the time allotted. Time allotted is important. Don't misunderstand me. It's important to get the job done in a reasonable period of time. But if all we think about is the time allotted, we discount the importance of synergy, symbiosis, teamwork, things like that are critically important. And in the automotive service model, especially, there are problems because there are holes in the criterion itself. There are vast amounts of critical ingredients left out, like research, for instance, or cosmetically taking care of the job. But that rolls over into other areas of our life, and certainly into other professions and endeavors beyond the automotive service industry. I mean, if all you need to do is go to a doctor's appointment, and you'll see that you've been pretty much relegated to 15 minutes, and that's all. And when the doctor utilizes more than that 15 minutes, it's considered problematical because 15 minutes is what he's been allotted to ensure his productivity. And again, it's not the only profession in which that's a problem. So I really think it's time for all of us, regardless of what our profession might be, to sit down and think seriously about our relationship with time, the notion of efficiency and productivity and how that enters into a professional landscape, and then adjust as necessary based upon results, based upon value creation. In the blog, I wrote about an interview I had this week, and it was an important interview in the respect that the subject has far-reaching implications for enhancing the lives, changing the lives of perhaps tens of thousands of people. Not only does it have the possibility of enhancing those lives, it has the possibility of saving many, many lives. And the question came up in my mind because I've been editing this post for a week now, trying to get it to say what I'm trying to say, is that are the 60 minutes that I spent in that interview what's really important? Or will what came out of that interview impact so many more lives and transcend the time spent, the time allotted? I think there's a lot to think about there, especially during a pandemic, especially during the time that we have now where so many of us have so much more time on our hands and are struggling to fill that time judiciously. So think about that if you would. As always, I really welcome your responses. Give me a call, email me. I'm probably the easiest guy in the world to get a hold of. If you're reading this on misfirebook.com, it's Mitch at misfirebook.com. If you're reading this or watching it on mitchschneidersworld.com, it's Mitch at mitchschneidersworld.com. In the meantime, stay well and take care.